everyone! Welcome to our English class. How are you feeling today? I hope you are doing great. Ready to learn, ready to explore, and ready to the dream. Because today we're going to learn something really special. Something that connects grammar and poetry in a way you might never have seen before. Now, tell me, have you ever had a dream so big that it felt impossible to reach? Maybe to be a doctor, a designer, a singer, or maybe even a world traveler. Well, today's lesson is about dreams. Not just the ones we have when we sleep, but the dreams that keep us alive. That ones that give life meaning. And we'll explore that through a very short but powerful poem titled Dreams by Langston Hughes. But wait, before we start, let's warm up a little, okay? Imagine I'm right there in your classroom. Raise your hand if you ever said something like, I go to school every morning, or maybe my mom cooked delicious food, or even birds fly in the sky. You know what those sentences have in common? Yes! Verbs. Words that show action. Well, today we're going to dig deeper into the idea how main verbs bring life into a sentence, just like dreams bring life into people. Alright everyone, before we get into our material, let's listen to a beautiful poem by Langston Hughes. The title is Dreams.
Hold fast to dreams. For if dreams die, life is a broken-winged bird that cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams. For when dreams go, life is a barren field, frozen with snow.
Beautiful, is it? How do you feel after hearing it? Is it peaceful? Is it inspired? Or maybe a little emotional? This poem was written by Langston Hughes, one of the most famous African American poets in the 20th century. He believed that dreams are not just hopes, they're what keep people alive. So, let's break it down together, okay? In the first stanza, Hughes says, hold fast to dreams. For if dreams die, life is a broken-winged bird that cannot fly. He's telling us never let go of your dreams. Because if you do, your life becomes like a bird with broken wings, unable to move, unable to soar. In the second stanza, he says, for when dreams go, life is a barren field frozen with snow. He compares a life without dreams to an empty, frozen land, lifeless and cold. So, the poem isn't only about dreams. It's also about life, movement, and action. And that's exactly what verbs describe in grammar. Action in life. Alright, before we jump in, let's talk about what we are going to achieve today. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to do two important things. First, identify main verbs in the simple present tense from the poem Dreams. That means you'll know how to find action words that give meaning to the poem. Second, you'll be able to use those same verbs to create your own sentences. Simple, beautiful, and correct in grammar. But let's go a little deeper. Why do we need to learn this? Because language isn't just about memorizing rules. It's about expressing life. When you say, I run, I study, I dream, those verbs describe who you are and what you do. And in poetry, verbs make emotion move. So today, you'll not only understand grammar, you'll feel how words like hold, die, go, and fly tell us something about life itself. Alright, before we go deeper, let's imagine something. Picture your morning routine, from the moment you wake up until you leave for school. You open your eyes, walk to the bathroom, brush your teeth, eat your breakfast, go to school. Now, what do you notice in all those words? Yeah, exactly. They all show actions. Those are verbs. So, what is a verb exactly? A verb is a word that shows an action or a state. It tells us what the subject does, feels, or is. But today, we are focusing on main verbs, the heart of every sentence, the word that carries the main action or meaning. Let's look back at the poem Dreams. Hold, it shows the action of keeping something close. Die, it shows the action of ending. Go, it shows the action of moving away. Fly, it shows the action of rising or moving in the air. Without these verbs, the poem wouldn't move. Because verbs are what make both poetry and life come alive. Now, let's connect what we just learned to grammar, the simple present tense. So, what is it? The simple present tense is used to describe habits, routines, general truth, or facts. Things that happen regularly or are always true. Let's look at some examples inspired by the message of our poem. Dreams give people direction in a life. Life becomes difficult when hope disappears. A bird flies freely when its wings are strong. But here's something important. In the simple present tense, the main verb changes slightly if the subject is singular, like he, she, it, or any singular noun. So, we say, they dream of a better future. She dreams of a better future. See the difference? We just add s or is to the verb when the subject is singular. Now that you know how main verbs work, okay, let's see if you can identify them correctly in practice. Alright everyone, it's practice time! Let's see how well you can identify them in every sentences. I'll give you 3 sentences and your task is to find the main verb in each one. You'll have about 1 minute to think. Ready? Let's go! Alright, time's up. Let's check your answers together. The first question. My father drives to work every morning. The main verb is drives because it shows the main action, what the subject does every day. It's in simple present tense and also shows that the subject father is third person singular. So we add s at the end. The second question. The children play football after school. The main verb is play. Why? Because play shows the activity or action done by the subject, the children. Since children is plural, we don't add s or is. The third question. She feels happy when she listens to music. The main verb is feels. It shows the state of being or emotion of the subject, she. And because the subject is third person singular, the verb take s. Alright everyone, now let's make it a bit more exciting. It's quiz time! You'll have 10 seconds for each question. Don't overthink, just trust your grammar instinct. Are you ready, guys? Let's go! Now let's put your skills into action. Use these main verbs from the poem to make your own sentences, like hold, die, go, and fly. Here is some examples. I hold my pencil every morning. Flowers die without water. We go to school every day. Birds fly in the sky. Now it's your turn. Pause the video and write your own sentences using those verbs. Be creative, but make sure they're in the simple present tense. So, my dear students, keep learning, keep believing, and keep flying high with your words and your hopes. Thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you for joining today's class. I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye-bye!